you.
Yes, absolutely. I don't do that. I can't camp that high. See ya.
Oh my god. No update on this.
Yeah.
I was trying to get them to change this duck.
Yeah, but really, really phenomenal stuff, man, from Maister. Again, a character you don't really see too much. Speaking of, Wrath coming out here with this beautiful, beautiful Sonic. Beautiful. Parentheses. I know a lot of people don't like how this character is in general. However, the character has gotten a fair set of changes. You can't really be as campy as you were in Smash 4 iteration, which is nice.
I believe we've seen Wrath play a few other characters too. I believe he also has an Inkling, if I'm not wrong. But yeah, Wrath and Salt 1, two players that I've definitely seen before too. Salt 1 playing Roy, a character that we also cannot ignore from how strong his side B is, especially when you're close to the ledge against Roy in doubles. You'll be finding yourself losing your stocks pretty early, especially like a character like Game & Watch, who is pretty light.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely really got to be careful here, because either you're going to hit by that side B, or if they're looking for a very fast, very quick kill, going into skid cancel F tilts across the stage. This character's low profile dash 2 makes it really great for them to try to traverse the stage as well. So it's going to be rough. Both the characters on the red team really, really fast, but I love this. Pelca finding a way to really hone them down with these traps.
Yeah, I want to say, like, when it comes to doubles, Snake does a really good job at just controlling the space around him. But since he's controlling the space around him, he doesn't want to blow up his teammate at the same time. And that's kind of what you see Pelca doing when it comes to just kind of control around Maister. He's not trying to be overcommitting against Wrath, while Maister's trying to take care of Wrath too. Yep. But the bucket is something that we're definitely going to be seeing come into play within these two teams, because you see Maister looking to get the bucket on Snake's grenades, and not just Snake's grenades, any explosion will fill in that bucket. And if you find yourself on the other end of that bucket being released, you are literally being washed away off stage into the blast zone.
Yeah. It is so strong. It's crazy, too, because you actually can bucket the missile itself. So if you do the Nikita, you can bucket that, too. So really a myriad of ways for Pelca to allow Maister to load up on that bucket. So that's going to be a very strong option for this team.
I mean, he has no mercy in his tag.
Yeah.
No mercy.
Whatever it takes.
Wrath and Salt 1, you know, basically even it out with the blue team here. Doing a pretty good job overall trying to jump around Maister, but Maister adding in that extra pressure with the up air. Wrath coming through saying, it's actually really difficult because Wrath is playing, you know, default Sonic and on red team.
Yeah.
So it gets a little confusing too, but he is definitely on the red team despite being blue.
Yeah, unfortunately for the players, it seems like they're not too mixed up about it, right? Of course, seeing that blue hedgehog, they already know it's going to be Wrath. Man, but
rolling right into the up tilt.
Just amazing coverage thus far, and he's been really, really good at maneuvering around with these traps to not hit Maister, as you were talking about earlier on.
Maister landing pretty safely, just holding onto shield while Wrath comes rolling back around, hitting Maister off stage, and now Maister having to deal with Salt 1, and Salt 1 taking it through. I mean, he's at 123, holding on to his last stock of his life here.
Yeah. But this could be a very huge situation right now, because Pelca understands we do have Salt 1 on his last stock. And, of course, we just saw Wrath lose his last stock right here. So we could have a 2v1 situation if they can get rid of Salt 1 right now.
And as you just said, that down air coming through, sneaking its way through, actually, and taking out Salt 1's last stock. He was holding it down for a really long time, but it honestly just wasn't enough.
Yeah. But it's not necessarily over yet. Sonic is actually one of the better characters in 2v1 format because of the sheer speed of the character, the aerial mobility of the character as well, too. Going in from using a spin shot, using the spring itself. A lot of amazing mix-ups to just maneuver around players.
I love how that homing attack just didn't lock onto anybody, so it just decided to take him off stage.
Yeah.
One of the few things about Sonic is he definitely got changed from his Smash 4 iteration. Not in the best way, unfortunately, for him. A lot of his moves have people falling out of it, despite the Nikita sneaking its way through. I mean, he was punishing Maister, but he's still living. Great DI coming from Wrath.
Can you sit back? Oh, good dare. Can negate that Nikita hitbox. And really with Sonic right now, a lot of his moves, spin dash jump, up air, they're a lot more nuanced. You have to kind of maneuver into them to make sure that you actually get that second hit on up air. Spin dash jump, too, you get to kind of be sometimes inside their body certain situations to activate it.
And that's the unfortunate part, because sometimes people fall out of his up air, too.
Exactly.
Oh, but it's time to cook some bacon out here, because he's just not letting him live. But sneaking through with the back there, we have a 1v1 situation. And you were calling, the C4 is right there, by the way.
Yes, by the way.
And it still will self-explode.
Yes. Yo, I would love if just Maister just gets forward throw into it.
If he times it properly. I know Wrath definitely sees it. That's why he's not but falling right into that new Game & Watch fair.
Yeah.
It's actually, you could hit through it and it would completely negate the bomb, but you know, since he could throw out so fast, it could be a little tricky if you're already in the middle throwing out an aerial.
Yeah.
And the explosion's pretty high. It has high knockback, high damage, and it can be tricky to get around when he's drifting back with it and throwing out a second one to cover your space when you try to DI in.
Exactly, and of course, a lot of people already know that Game & Watch's Nair has a pretty big disjointed hitbox over and in front of it as well. So a lot of times in situations, even though you know that you can actually negate fair with a hitbox of your own, you're still going to try to be cognizant of Nair. And then if you air dodge because of Nair, then a bomb gets dropped on you.
Exactly.
And you lose
the frame traps.
Yep. Those are the mix-ups.
Yeah, and Maister does a really good job at pressuring you to force you to jump, and then that's when we see a lot of the up air pressure coming from him. And on a stage like Town and City, I feel like that does benefit him because although you have the platforms to mix up your landing, that allows him to add in extra pressure below the platforms using up air to his advantage. As right here, you see right here on Wrath, because now he can overextend with it.
Yeah. Oh, man. Again, you see Maister trying to bombs over all day, man, just trying to get those fairs. Covering that space, too, and that's one of the most important things right now. You're going to look at stage control, right? And covering the space, not just with your own just normals, but you're just going to put out those traps. And that's what you see from Pelca and Maister. And that's what's allowed them to really limit the sheer movement that you tend to see from characters such as Roy and Sonic. So really, really splendid stuff. And it's making it very, very difficult for Wrath and Salt 1 to figure something out.
Yeah, I definitely agree on that. I like how Salt 1 managed to jump back towards Wrath. He kind of saw the situation occurring where he did not want to over-approach and be the only one of his teammates in between both of the blue teams, so he actually opted to go towards Wrath instead. But that's what we're talking about. Sometimes you don't want to see yourself in a 1v1 situation on each side of the stage with, you know, both teams. You want to be able to retreat back to your partner and go for the follow-ups whenever they get a grab.
Exactly. Oh, man. And Game & Watch with that up B, man. It's so good in this game.
Count them.
Yeah,
I want to know how many.
It's ridiculous. Like, this character will just halo jump all day. They don't care. And the great thing about that up B is when you're playing doubles, it just gives you a lot of time and almost is kind of like a bait where your opponents see that you're flying in the air, they see that you're on that parachute, and they just want to go up and attack you. And they either hit by dare or they get hit by your teammate coming to save you.
Yeah, you know, Salt 1 right there taking advantage of the platform. He knew where Maister was going to land with that, so he was able to sneak in and actually take his stock finally. But the forward tilt coming through.
That chair has so much knockback.
No reason. It's like, what kind of chair is that?
I don't know, dude.
DX
WWE,
Racer?
man.
The DX Racer?
Yeah, definitely a DX Racer. Oh, my goodness.
He slapped with the DX Racer. Man, that would actually hurt.
It definitely would.
All right, the backer coming through. Wrath still in this, gets hit. Oh my, he just took like 40% off of that one interaction.
Yo, tactical. Oh, here we go, damage. Another, oh, no, he's looking for a setup. Looking for a potential spike to pull up the stock, but no air dodge coming out of Pelca.
I like the patience mostly from the red team, but I feel like it's just not doing enough because it's allowing the blue team to just get stage control, and not just stage control. You know, you have the amount of coverage you have from Snake. Pelca doing a really good job at having grenades be, but gets forward tilted right on the platform close to the blast zone. That's exactly what Salt 1 needed right there.
Oh, wait a minute.
And he's stock tanking. If he had gotten that fair right there on the Cypher.
Yeah, that would have been huge.
I like the follows from Salt 1 right now. Salt 1 regaining his steps, figuring out what he needed to do differently here in this matchup. Covering Wrath, going in for that dash tag.
Yep. And remember what I was talking about. The skid cancels F-tilt. I told you, like, it's a really great move. It covers a lot of the short hops. And if you get that sweet spot from Roy, you either kill them or you get them off stage. And you get a setup, you give your teammates time to go for 2v1, especially for characters that together are just littering the floor with bombs. You want to have one of them out of commission so you actually can play the game. So really, really splendid stuff by Salt 1, really blasting the opponent away so they can have 2v1 situations.
Yeah, Salt 1's definitely shining through in this game compared to the last game that we had.
Oh, the parry up tilt.
The parry into up tilt right there. And I like the way he's walking too. He's being extremely patient, allowing Wrath to get back safely, whereas he covers his landing.
Yeah, really solid stuff. And look at this, 3 stocks to 2. With Maister 1 hit away to losing that stock. Let's see if Salt 1 can abuse that intangibility right now.
And right now, Game & Watch is just a sneeze away from losing his last stock here.
Oh, not yet.
He goes for the up throw. I like he doesn't try to overcommit. He knows that Pelca was right there, and Wrath was sent away, so Wrath was not able to help him out, if anything.
Easy catch again, the F tilt.
Oh, yeah, it was
slash.
a forward smash.
Going up.
Getting blown up by that grenade. No duffing here.
Nope, not at all.
Like the Patience Assault 1, whiffing that grab, though. Grab heavily nerfed in this game, honestly. Unfortunately, but honestly.
Yeah.
Oh, Wrath trying to cover all the jumps and retaliating back with a back air. All right, Pelca doing a really good job at maintaining stage control despite being sandwiched between Salt 1 and Wrath. Rolls
the
in.
DI down. Good stuff. Oh, he knows. He knows.
Oh, he has the directional air dodge. Yeah, the directional air dodge to avoid getting blown up by that grenade, especially at such a high percent here. It would have been in such a bad position.
Yeah. Oh, the catch. Yeah, it's going to be stock.
Now, where are you going to go at that point? You know, you have Salt 1 covering you from down below and Wrath contesting you high up in the air. Wrath knowing where you're going to go. As Snake, you always want to go for those high recoveries. But the contention with the back air was definitely great, but at such a high percent on your last stock, there's only so much you could do and run away from.
Absolutely. And that's a rough one, though, for Pelca and Maister, because even though it's a 2v1 situation, Snake, you had Wrath at high percent, right? And with the explosions, you know, you get a stray nade, you get a stray mortar, the great coverage. We didn't see nearly enough of those in 2v1 situations. Or the C4, you get a stray any of those, and you got yourselves a game.
Oh, and this is actually a 2 out of 3 set.
Yeah.
So, you know, despite, I believe we are in, this is still top 8 though, yeah. This is still top 8, but this is set, we had to move back. Okay, so we actually moved back so that way doubles can catch up. So this is actually not even top 8. This is to get into top 8.
Okay.
All right, so this set is still 2 out of 3, not 3 out of 5 like we've been seeing the other double sets run on stream here for anybody tuning in a little late.
Yeah, so right now this is win or go home, so this is big.
Yeah, with an even set count here, the winning team of this particular game will be able to go through bracket and make it to top 8.
Yeah.
I like the way that Pelca's playing here, just staying center stage. Salt 1 slowing down immensely after that game 1. I feel like he's definitely been able to turn up. The walking, I feel like if anything, has helped him. Like the down air contention from Maister there too, to just scoop Salt 1 away and push him towards Wrath.
Yeah, very, very good stuff. And I see a lot of these scramble situations right now, and Game & Watch does not want to be in that situation because that character is still super, super light and will die right now. 100%.
Yeah, especially against a character like Roy who has so much knockback in a lot of his moves when he gets a sweet spot, or of course that side B by the ledge.
True. Even up B right now, out of shield, will kill.
Well, actually, perfect spacing on that back air from Maister.
Yep, speaking of.
Speaking of
is he listening to me?
Are we low-key coaching?
Yeah.
Is this coaching?
Yeah. Oh, my goodness.
I like the Pacers of Wrath. You see Maister trying to find his way to get that up smash and catching his landing, but up being out of that situation and unable to help out Pelca. Wrath going through with the back air to take out Pelca's stock.
Yeah, these guys are playing very, very well right now. I feel like one of the main issues is, again, sometimes you got to look at these 1v1 situations. And when they do go into 1v1 situation, it's been Maister versus Wrath, and it definitely feels like Wrath has been getting the better of Maister, and that's been causing problems. Because Maister will have to go in and just kind of defunk to going to up B. And the thing about it is, Pelca can't really go there to save him.
Yeah,
Snake's just not fast enough.
He's not fast enough, and he puts himself in a worse position, to be honest.
Exactly.
So it's not worth it at that point.
Oh, man. Already we're looking at 5 stocks to 3 here. And Salt 1 playing absolutely beautifully. He's going to get that beautiful gated cancel F tilt on that. Unfortunately, knockdown there. Let's see if Pelca can actually take a stock.
He goes using that forward smash on shield where he had the grenade right there blowing him up. Great option for Pelca to have as just kind of like, okay, you can't get me, but the spacing on Salt 1 with the down smash, hitting Pelca again on the other side of the stage, still trying to find his way to land.
Yeah. And it's just hard because every time he goes in the air, again, he's one of those characters that's just going to be stuck there for so long, and that means 2v1 situation.
Yeah, the follow from that grab from Salt 1 off of Wrath's grab on Maister was insane because, again, we were talking about Game & Watch being light, but Game & Watch definitely got sent all the way to the great beyond. He's such a light character that he does not want to get hit by a charged Roy forward smash.
Oh, absolutely.
Ooh, Pelca actually sending Maister off stage into a pretty tough position. He goes for the tech, manages to tech the spring.
Man, Maister is having a lot of trouble throughout the course of the set. He needs to really find an answer because right now Pelca is kind of fighting on his own regard, and they haven't been able to save each other. That's a big problem.
Yeah, I haven't really been seeing any conversions from the team in general. Just no follow-ups, unfortunately. Salt One's been doing a really good job at not just stock tanking, but also just being the heavy hitter in this double team combo.
Yeah, absolutely. Oh my gosh, what a great catch there. Fair to F token him offside the stage. Goes for up B high. Knows he can be safe. Oh, bombs away.
Yeah, C4 blowing up Wrath out of the ring here, but it's okay because Wrath still has another stock to spare. Oh, he tried to go for the pivot grab, and the up tilt said, "Do you know how big this is?"
Yeah. Oh my gosh, he's gonna need a bit more here.
Pelca doing a really good job of surviving as long as he can, but again, there's only so many places that Snake could go when it comes in a 2v1 situation. Salt One ready to swing through and take this set over Maister and Pelca.
Man, and just like that, they're gonna drop.
Who is this?
Out. Of course, it's Asti. Who do you think it would be? Huh?
I was like, who's behind me? Shout out to Cup Noodles, honestly.
Hey,
though.
Mr. Cup Noodles. How you doing today?
That's a impasta. Shut up, Asti.
Give me that, man. Get out of here. Scram. It's mine. It's mine.